My dearest Travelista, come on in here, honey. You know that I saved a seat just for you. Come on in here. I'm your host, Tyra Andre, and welcome to the podcast, hon. So today's podcast is going to be about why should you be traveling with your children. So let's just jump right in. So the first reason that I think that you should travel with your kids is one, for the education. There's so much education that can be learned on any simple trip. It doesn't matter whether it's in the United States, whether it's outside of the United States, it doesn't matter where it's at. There's so much that a child can learn from education, even if it's just how to say, hola, ¿cómo estás? Hello, goodbye. In the language, it doesn't matter. There's so much education that a child could benefit from when it comes to traveling. When they're in school, they learn about a lot of different places. But the truth is, when they see it in person, that like really it opens a separate part of their mind. Like it really opens their mind up to different things. The other reason that I believe that it's very important to travel with your kid is exposure. You guys, exposure. What about the different types of foods? What about, the culture differences that, we all experience, when traveling? There's so many things that a child can be exposed to while they're traveling. And once again, it can really open up their mind. Let's talk about connection, the quality time that you and your child can experience when you guys are traveling together. I know throughout life, we're so busy, doing the day to day, they're on their game, they're, doing their extracurricular activities, they're doing a bunch of different things. But when vacation is thrown in and you're traveling with your child, if it's not a long car ride, it could be a long flight. It could be just, time to unwind, time to disconnect from social media, have them put their tablet down, their phone down, and just enjoy the whole experience. You guys are there together. So even if it is a car ride, that's a great amount of time for you guys to be connecting. So, connection and quality time. I love that. I love that when it comes to traveling with me and my daughter. Another thing is self-esteem. When you travel with your kid, oh my gosh, their self-esteem, they get such a self-esteem boost. Like, they know that they visited the Eiffel Tower, or they visited the Empire State Building, or the Burj Khalifa, or, the Grand Canyon. They know that they're educated enough to know that they built, that they went to that place. And you guys, the self-esteem boost that these kids get from traveling the world and being able to explain certain things to their classmates, or even, their family members about where they've been. Oh my gosh, you guys, such a self-esteem boost. So another thing about traveling with your kids get to meet the local kids. They get to meet the local kids, and they get to see how blessed and how lucky they are to live the life that they live. Even if it's, visiting, a great side of town while you're traveling, or visiting, going through an area that's not so nice. Like, your children get to really, really see firsthand how it is to live outside of where they live at. Like, we live in a decent area. We live here in Florida. Florida's pretty big, but the fact that my daughter gets to see other places and know that life is bigger than just Florida, like it's amazing. It's you guys, it's you guys have to definitely start traveling with your kids. If you're not already traveling, like, even if it's just the next city over, just take that leap and just travel. Like, another reason, your kid's gonna have such an open mind. Like, they're going to have way more experience in some areas than some adults when it comes to being open-minded about doing different things, tasting different food, and just being open-minded in general. You guys, like, I can't explain enough how important it is to travel with your children, whether they are very young or whether they are older children. Listen, travel with your kids. Like, all of these reasons that I'm naming, like there are some of my most favorite parts of traveling with my daughter. Like I wish I traveled when I was, a child. And I can't explain it enough. Travel, travel, travel. Even if, you have to build up, a fund to travel, even if it's, like I said, for the next city over, it is so important to travel, to get your kids out there, educate them on the world. It is so, so very important. So if you would ask me, those are my reasons why you should be traveling with your kids. One, education. Two, you get to expose your child to a lot of different things. Three, the connection that you'll be making with your child. It is so beautiful. The connection, the quality time. Four, self-esteem. Your baby, your kids will get a total self-esteem boost because they have visited these different places and they're educated on these things. Five, they get to meet the local kids, whether it's, in a good side of town, a decent side of town, or an underprivileged area. Your kids get to meet the local kids and they get to see what it's like to live, as, to live in the area. Those local kids, they can have a conversation with them. Like they'll get to understand how lucky and how blessed they are to live the life that they live. And then the last one is your child has an open mind about the world, about food, about life, just it's so beautiful. Traveling with children is one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen. So, like I said, if you ask me, that's my take on why you should travel with your kids. I mean, we love our vacations and our momcations, but traveling with kids, that's something that no one can ever take away from you guys. The memories that you guys can make together, the connections, like it's amazing. It's beautiful. So that's going to wrap it up for this podcast. If you guys need me, you guys know how to reach me. You guys can always email me at info@mommyandwe, that's WEE, mommyandwetravels.com. Or you guys can text me at 813-GO1-FLY2, and that's 813-461-3592. I'm here to answer any and every travel question that you guys have available. Until our next podcast, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.